The quality of your thinking determines the quality of your life. Edward de Bono. Think about that for a second. Not the quality of your job, not your bank balance, not even the people around you, but your thinking. Why? Because how you think influences every decision you make. Who you marry, what career you choose, how you handle failure, and even how you see yourself. So today we are diving into the one thing that can change everything: learning how to think. Now, why most people never learn how to think? Most of us grow up being told what to think. We are taught history, science, maths, formulas, but nobody teaches us how to ask better questions or how to examine our own beliefs. Take school, for example. You are rewarded for memorizing the right answer, not for asking deep questions. Ever had a teacher say, "Great question, let's explore it together"? Probably not. That's the problem. And honestly, thinking is hard. It takes energy. It takes easier to scroll through Instagram than to sit and ask yourself, why do I really feel unhappy right now? You see it every day. People stay in jobs they hate, relationships that drain them, or spend years chasing things that don't fulfill them, simply because they never stopped to think. What it means to truly think. Let's break a myth. Thinking isn't the same as reacting. Someone cuts you off in traffic, you curse, honk, maybe you get angry all day. That's a reaction, not thinking. Real thinking is when you pause and choose your response. You ask, why did I react that way? What is the best response here? Will this matter tomorrow? It's about asking better questions. Here is one. Let's say you're broke. You can either say, why am I so unlucky? Or ask, what skills do I need to never feel like this again? Same situation, better question, better future. There are actually five types of thinking you must master. First, critical thinking. This is about examining information before accepting it. For example, your friend says, crypto is dead. Instead of agreeing, you ask them, why do you think that? What's the data? That's critical thinking. Two, creative thinking. This is the thinking outside the box. Imagine you lose your job. Instead of panicking, you think, what if I turn my hobby into income? Creativity opens doors where others see walls. Strategic thinking. This is long term thinking. Like when you say, if I post videos every week for 6 months, I'll grow my channel. You think ahead, not just for today. Next, emotional thinking. Not emotional reactions, but understanding how emotions affect decisions. For instance, if you're scared to start a business, you ask, is this fear telling me I am unprepared or am I just afraid of failing? It's self awareness. Independent thinking. This one is rare. It means forming your own views even if the crowd disagrees. Maybe your parents want you to be a doctor, but your heart is in something else. You research, reflect, and make a decision that's true to you. How to practice thinking daily. This is how you train your brain to think better. Start writing one thought every night. That's called journaling. What did I learn today? What would I do differently? It's like gym for your brain. Mental models. These are tools for clearing thinking, like first principle thinking. Break something down to its basics. Elon Musk uses this technique. Instead of saying electric cars are expensive, he asks, what makes them expensive? Can I build them cheaper from scratch? Read deep books, not just motivational ones, but books that challenge your beliefs. Philosophy, psychology, even biographies. Read slowly, highlight, reflect. Unfortunately, we listen to something we don't know what it is. We watch something we don't know what it is. We read something we don't know why am I reading. Remember, whatever you watch, whatever you listen to, whatever you read, you are feeding your brain. Be very cautious about that. Next, have real conversations. Talk to people who disagree with you, not to argue, but to understand how they think. You'll expand your perspective even if you don't change your opinion. Now, what happens when you learn to think? When you start thinking better, everything changes. You stop rushing. You become more confident in your decisions. You feel calm, even in chaos. Why? Because you're responding, not reacting. A friend insults you. You don't blow up. You ask, is this about me or are they hurting? You fail at something, you don't quit. You think, what can I learn from this? Thinking makes you powerful, not because you control others, but because you finally control yourself. Learn to think. So let's end this podcast with one final thought. Thinking is the hardest work there is, which is probably the reason why do so few engage in it. Henry Ford. Most people go through life on autopilot, as we said in our last podcast. They repeat habits, beliefs, and mistakes. But if you stop, pause, and think, you wake up, you grow, you lead. So take this challenge for this week. Before you make your next decision, don't just ask, what should I do? Ask, what's the smartest way to think about this? That's all for today. Learn to think, learn to grow, learn to change your life. Stay focused, stay disciplined, stay consistent. Peace and love, Hamza.